Hi, this is Sean Carney, the President and CEO of 40 Days for Life. And today, I want to follow up on something we've talked about a lot. You know, a few days ago, we released the vlog on Bill Maher and how there's this new woke on abortion, and not the disingenuous woke, but the wokeness of thinking about abortion. Half our country, the pro-life side, believes that this is the greatest injustice of all injustices. It is life and death for us, and the other side has sort of passively supported it, and also had very little to zero grassroots efforts to support reproductive rights. But above all, they have avoided talking about it. And we have pointed out time and time again, one of the main reasons for avoiding talking about abortion is because you can't defend it. You have to live in the rhetoric, you have to live in vague phrases like reproductive rights and choice and between a woman and her doctor. You can't talk about the actual surgery, which we talk about other surgeries all the time. And we praise our doctors and we talk about the miracle of medicine. You never get that with abortion for the obvious reason that it has to do what it says that it claims to do, which is end the life of an unrepeatable human being in the womb in order to be successful. So the other side doesn't talk about it, and now with the leak and us awaiting the official overturning of Roe v. Wade, abortion supporters are having to say something, and they're still aren't able to articulate abortion because they don't know what they're talking about when it comes to abortion, and that goes for many who work in the abortion industry. I've experienced that firsthand, where they just don't know how to defend abortion or talk about it, and some of them don't know what an abortion actually does. But now they're having to talk about it, and so I want to point out some of the reactions that we've seen, and of course this changes by the hour, but some of the outrageous reactions we've covered on the vlog, which is the violence, and we should expect that because abortion is built on violence, and we've talked about that and used those quotes from the abortion doctors themselves, not from pro-life people, but from the abortion doctors themselves. You can check out that vlog. But I want to put up on the screen some of the comments that we've seen across the board. Some of these are very serious and threatening. Others are a little bit comical. So let's start with the writer SimonGWynne, and this is a serious threat, as you see on the screen. If you had the chance to kill Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, the two oldest right-wing Supreme Court judges, should you do it while Biden can get his nominees to replace them confirmed? If, say, you are terminally ill and have little to lose, it could save many women's lives in the future. Now, Simon said this on Twitter. Twitter did not suspend his account, just as a sidebar, FYI. But this is the logic that somebody, God forbid, they went out and actually assassinated or killed these justices so that they could save the lives of many future women, as he puts it. The overturning of Roe, not to point out the obvious, that is going to ensure many lives of little women. Half the abortions in our countries are aborting baby girls. And so that's the obvious point. The second point is that this is what they have to do. This is what they have to say. These ridiculous comments, these threats, how serious he is or isn't, this is what they have to say because they can't talk about abortion itself. And that's a good sign for us. All these responses should be very encouraging if you're pro-life, because we need to get out there and we need to talk about this because they're ill-equipped, as we've said time and time again. And this is what you have to do. You have to threaten Supreme Court justices. And by the way, it reveals a lot. If you're terminally ill and you have nothing to lose, so sick people have nothing to lose, their lives are just meaningless, they're suffering anyways, you could go and just, kill Supreme Court justices and then your life would mean something again and we could save, future women. It's just absolutely absurd, and it's this dark, sterile mindset of the human person that is required on some level to support abortion, and we're seeing it full colors in that quote. Okay, the next quote is from Ohio Senator Nina Turner. This is a real doozy. There's a national shortage of baby formula. That means babies are going hungry. Instead of taking care of our nation's children, Conservatives are worried about banning abortions. Sickening! Yes, that is sickening. Instead of being concerned about babies' lives, the conservatives, whoever they are out there, not the Supreme Court justices that are going to overturn Roe, the conservatives are worried about saving babies when they should be focused on feeding babies. Sickening. That's what makes that quote so great, is the sickening at the end. So she's a senator in Ohio, Senator Nina Turner. That was it. We're more concerned about saving the lives of babies than feeding these babies. The reason that the baby formula shortage is a crisis, and the reason we should all be concerned about it, is because we protect children. We love children. We want to feed before ourselves or anyone else our children, and most specifically our babies. And that should be consistent with not killing them in the womb through an abortion. And so Nina needs to tweak that, but that's one of the comments that we saw. Okay, the next reaction that we're seeing is a theme that once you avoid natural law, the left is just eating themselves with all of this transgender garbage. And we're seeing it full blown, because right when the leak happened, everybody said, this is an attack on women's rights, when we're supposed to all be convinced that there is no man, there is no woman. You can't label somebody and just assume they're a man, assume they're a woman. It's one of the advantages now as a pro-life leader who's a man. People say, well, you can't say anything, you're a man. And I can say, well, how do you know I'm a man? And so it usually doesn't apply to me. But they do all of this nonsense, and now transphobia is alive and well because the left has thrown out all this garbage and hit pause on it so that they could go out and defend women's rights again. So we see, of all people, the California governor, Governor Gavin Newsom. If men could get pregnant, this wouldn't even be a conversation. This is gold, because this is the oldest pro-abortion argument, which is, you are not equal unless you can have an abortion. You can never be like a man. You can't go to college. You can't get a job in corporate America. You can't be a man. And so you need abortion. This is old school feminism that is extremely transphobic if you go by their modern transphobic, goofy rules. And so very encouraging to see even Gavin Newsom in crazy California just throw all that out and say, if men could get pregnant, this wouldn't even be a conversation. Stephen King said something also that wasn't really profound. If men could have babies, abortion would be a sacrament. When we're saying that abortion is the sacrament of the left, even more certainly than the transgender movement, because they overnight threw that out and got back to basic natural law. One of the few good things that has happened on the other side since this has all come out. Hillary Clinton also said, quote, we can't live in a country where our daughters and our granddaughters have less rights than we did. Daughters and granddaughters. So we are getting back to that. We've had a pause from birthing people. So enjoy this little moment in U.S. history. Birthing people, men who can get pregnant, men who can have abortions, they've all been shoved to the sidelines right now, and where they belong. And so we need to enjoy this small moment. Okay, the next quote. And this is, this theme of, all of a sudden, they're all transphobic now because they're using proper pronouns that actually match biology. The core of abortion is eugenics, and we're seeing the inner eugenics come out in the abortion advocates. At the ACLU, here we go. We know what's coming. We know what's coming, because above all, this is where they go. Abortion bans disproportionately harm Black, Indigenous, and other people of color, the LGBT community, immigrants, young people, those working to make ends meet, people with disabilities, Protecting abortion access is an urgent matter of racial and economic justice. Because if we don't do those things, we're going to have black and brown babies running around. And we're going to have, I don't know how it affects the gay and lesbian community. They just throw that out there because it's another group. But there's going to be kids with disabilities running around. We can't have that. There's going to be more poor people. Don't you see? This is why we need abortion. You start to see that come out when you get either an abortion ban in a state or, it's always, they kind of look around and they're like, do you want a bunch of poor and disabled people running around? I mean, they're the problem in our society. And they always say that. So that was from the ACLU. Another journalist on MSNBC said, women who are poor, women of color, will be forced to have pregnancies that they cannot afford to terminate, and pregnancies that will then turn into children. And the children are gonna get on the playground and want birthday parties and can't have it. So the pregnancy is gonna turn into the children. Pregnancy is a time period of every child's life, including this reporter. So pregnancy is just part of your life, like kindergarten and high school and getting married and being very, very old. You don't just like turn into a child. And so these pregnancies are going to turn into children. Don't you see what's going on? That's kind of the theme that you get from the inner eugenics of abortion supporters, is that they are terrified that there's going to be more minorities, they're terrified that there's going to be more poor people, and they're terrified that there's going to be more disabled people. And by the way, those are the targets of abortion. That is Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood 101. That is who she intended this for. We do not want word to get out that we want to weed out the Negro population. That is her exact quote. And this is what happens. They want to target those with disabilities, they want to target poor people, and they want to target minority. Black Americans make up 13% of the US population and over 40% of all abortions. And you want to say they're not targeted, and then you read quotes like this and you want to say they're not targeted when abortion is being threatened of taken away. That is where they go. They go to minorities, they go to the disabled, and then now I guess they just have to throw gays and lesbians in with every other category. But it's I don't know how it affects them, but that's a different vlog and probably a very funny one. But it is one of these time periods where you start to see the root of abortion, and we put all that in the book What to Say When. But it is their foundation is eugenics, and so that's some of the reactions. And I keep getting asked, is there going to be more violence? And I believe so. Unfortunately, I think there will be more violence whenever they release the actual decision. I do think they'll overturn Roe v. Wade. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows when that will happen? But it'll happen either by late June or early July for sure at the latest. And I do think we'll see a rise in violence, and we're making preparations for that. And then I think we'll see it go down. I don't think that it will last. And so that's my hope and prayer anyways. But we'll have a lot coming up. The applications to lead a 40 Days for Life, to lead a 40 Days for Life 365 are coming up on June the 1st. So watch your email, and we will be ready to go in a post-Roe world. God bless you.